What's up, future divers? In this video, we are going to be talking about the PADI Open Water Diver course. We're going to talk about requirements and everything that you can expect from taking this entry-level certification course. Let's get to it. Thanks for joining us here on our channel, Azul Unlimited, where we teach all things scuba diving. The Open Water course is an entry-level scuba diving course which will allow you to dive with a buddy down to a maximum of 18 meters. This is your first official step to becoming a scuba diver. Yay! Yes! And it's one of the moments in your life that can truly change things. It can change the way you travel. It can also completely change your career path, which is what happened to those of us here in Azul Unlimited. So let's break down the course components. The Open Water course is split up into 3 different parts. You have theory, confined water skill practice, and open water practice. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of each one of those components, let's make sure that you are qualified to take the course. What are the prerequisites for the open water course? You need to be 10 years old and proficient at swimming. This doesn't mean that you need to be the best swimmer out there. During the course, you're going to be required to do a 10-minute float and then a short swim. That can be either 200 meters without fins, mask, and snorkel, or a little bit longer, 300 meters with full snorkeling equipment. If you are young, 10 to 14-year-olds, you will receive a junior open water certification. Later on, if you want to get rid of that little junior part of your certification, you can either take a reactivate course, which will refresh your skills and it'll give you a new card, or you can just do a full upgrade and take the advanced open water certification. Before getting in the water, we need to cover theory. You have different options for completing theory. You can either go the old school method with a physical book and you spend a lot more time one-on-one with your instructor, or you can save a little bit of time. You can do your theory online. Online theory is amazing because there is actually quite a lot of theory. There's a lot of book work to do. And I don't know about you, but when I go on vacation, I do not want to be in a classroom. So you can sit down at home before you leave on vacation and get through a lot of the theory, and then when you get to your destination, you spend some time with your instructor, you go over things, make sure that you understand the theory, but you're not spending hours and hours in a classroom. There are 2 options for online theory. You can do just a basic ebook edition that isn't the most intuitive program, but it does work and it's a little bit cheaper. The other option is the Touch program, and this, I'm talking about the PADI products because those are the ones that we're familiar with. Azul Unlimited is a PADI dive shop. There will be differences between organizations, so SSI, CMAS, all of that. But with PADI, we do have the Touch products. If you have the budget to get the Touch versus the regular e-learning, it is worth it. It's a more interactive program and you can do the theory offline, which is really helpful because you can actually work on it, you know, in the airport or on the airplane. Right now, and more than likely through the rest of 2020, this mess that is the coronavirus pandemic, we are going to be offering a special deal for our courses. So you can sign up for the open water course, and actually we're opening this up to all of our other courses as well. Complete the online theory, but also get private Zoom meetings with your instructor. You have a full year from the time that you start your theory, and then when you are able to travel, you can plan to actually come here, do the confined water practice, and finally go diving. If you're interested in this, please email us right here, info@azulunlimited.com, and we will talk to you about the details. Next up in the open water course is the confined water practice. What is confined water? This can be a body of water which has pool-like conditions. That means no waves, good visibility, no current. A lot of people use a pool because obviously a pool will have pool-like conditions, but it's completely fine to do this practice in the ocean as long as conditions allow it. During the skill practice, you'll have 5 sort of mini dives in the pool, and those will be focused around learning all of the skills that are helpful for you as a diver. During this session, you'll be working in not only shallow water, so shallow water means that you can stand up. Okay, you can stand up and get your face out of the water, but also deep water so that you can get comfortable with equalization and just being underwater. It's a very strange sensation. A lot of us actually remember the very first breath that we took underwater. It's really cool. During these sessions in the pool, you're going to be learning directly from your instructor. So your instructor will do something, he'll say, "You watch me," do a skill, and then you repeat the skill. This can be either one long session or broken up. If the course group is just you and maybe one other person, this session can be around 3 hours. It's a pretty long session. This is, of course, assuming that, the skills are fairly easy for you. If you happen to struggle a little bit, which is totally normal, it may be a little bit longer, or if you have more people in the group, that session is going to be extended. That's why in Azul, we choose just to keep our classes very, very small. We only do 2 students per instructor, and that's for your comfort so that the session goes much quicker. You have more one-on-one FaceTime with your instructor, but it's also just a really nice safety factor for, your first dives in open water. Once you master the skills, it's time to take it to the open water. Yes, this is what you've been waiting for. There are 4 mandatory dives as part of the open water course. The open water dives are your moment to shine. This is where you show your instructor what you've learned. You won't be repeating all of the skills that you learned in the pool. The open water dives are used to reinforce the most common skills that you're going to be using, as well as practicing those safety skills in a natural environment. You'll also be learning about and working with different accessories. So you'll be learning how to inflate an SMB, you'll be working with a compass, and depending on the place where you're taking your course, you may also be given a dive computer to work with. If you're interested in accessories, make sure to check out our video where we break down the essential accessories to have as a recreational scuba diver. The link is in the description below. What kind of time do you need in order to complete the open water course? If you do the theory online, once you arrive to your destination to do your certification course, a nice time frame is 3 days. You can focus on confined water practice on one day, review some of the theory that same day, and then the following 2 dives are dedicated to diving. If you're doing everything once you arrive to the dive shop, then it is possible to do the course in 4 days. But again, there is a lot of theory. You're gonna be watching videos, you're gonna be reading books, doing exams. So 5 days is really a more comfortable time frame if you do have plenty of time to kind of spread it out. It makes it a lot more enjoyable. Once you arrive to Labuan Bajo, we meet up with you, we fit your equipment, then the following day we go straight into the pool. That pool day is dedicated to learning the skills and getting lots of practice. We maybe spend some time on theory if there's anything else to cover with you. And then the following 2 days will be spent in the Komodo National Park. The great thing about our course is that we do offer an extra dive as part of the open water certification. So you'll do your 4 certification dives, but you'll also have a 5th fun dive. Now remember, you have lots of time from the moment that you start the theory part of your course to when you actually have to go through and do your confined water practice and open water practice. So sign up and start working while we have all this time. You can start learning the theory. And then later on in the year, when we finally get the go ahead to travel again, you can book a trip or maybe even for early next year. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful and that you're getting excited about your very first scuba diving certification course. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little bell so that you don't miss any of our videos. If you have any questions about the course, make sure you talk to us in the comments below and we'd be happy to clarify those things. If you want to sign up for an online course with us with some Zoom meetings and get to know us and work through theory together, then make sure to email us. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.